Bitcoin has surged to new highs since the election, and now all eyes are on crypto. Here to break down what's going on in this world of investing is MarketBeat analyst Thomas Hughes. Thomas, there is quite a bit of movement in the crypto market right now.
Yeah, it's been pretty phenomenal. Bitcoin's up like 60% in the last couple of weeks. And a lot of this is just due to the election. It was tickling new highs before the election. It broke out right after the election. And that's because Trump and the Republicans are cryptocurrency friendly. His pick for Treasury, Scott Bessent, is cryptocurrency friendly. So the market is just taking this as a go ahead to start investing in crypto again, to start investing in crypto businesses, for those businesses to start investing in them themselves. So it's kind of unleashed a new cryptocurrency summer.
And Bitcoin is the one that everyone's heard of, but there's a lot of different altcoins out there. Are they seeing a lot of movement right now, too?
They really are too. But I think the movement in the altcoins is more of a risk on mentality in the market now that the cryptocurrency outlook is a lot brighter. There's going to be a lot more risky investors going into those coins. If you look at the data, Bitcoin is still the dominant coin and it's actually gaining in dominance. Its market cap has reached a multi-year high. It's been rising steadily. It's at an all-time high, and the hash rate, which is the measure of the amount of computing power that's going into Bitcoin, is also continuing to rise, also at all-time high. So Bitcoin is just as popular as it has ever been, and it is gaining popularity within the cryptocurrency universe.
For some investors who maybe aren't familiar or haven't yet gotten into cryptocurrency investing, there's still ways to invest in this industry using the traditional stock market.
There are some companies that are either mining Bitcoin or investing in Bitcoin, and MicroStrategy is one that stands out. It used to be a software company, but now it's pretty much just a bank of Bitcoin. They've been leveraging their balance sheet to buy Bitcoin for the last few quarters. The latest results show their Bitcoin stash growing by another 11%. The value of that Bitcoin is up more than double in the last year because of the rise of Bitcoin's prices. Right now, the outlook for this stock is that they're just going to continue to leverage their balance sheet and buy more Bitcoin and potentially become the world's first reserve bank of Bitcoin.
Wow. Let's talk about their stock price right now. Where is it at, and how much of a growth story is that in just this year?
Well, right, the stock price shot up pretty solidly along with the price of Bitcoin. The outlook is still pretty bullish, but the market recently hit a top at 450. It's showing some pretty significant resistance. I would expect to see shares of this stock trend sideways and consolidate for the next few weeks, maybe for a few months until Trump takes office and we see what's really going to happen. But the long-term outlook is pretty bullish for the stock.
It looks like analysts are raising their price targets quite a bit.
Yes, the trend in analyst sentiment is very supportive for this market, and they are leading it to new highs.
If you're new to investing, especially in crypto, you probably have a lot of questions about how to get started. Well, we have a free premium report here at MarketBeat called 10 Best Starter Stocks for Beginning Investors. Click on the link or scan the QR code to get that free report and learn some of the best ways to get started. Thomas, if you are just getting started in crypto, is it safer to really try and invest through the stock market in stocks like the one you just recommended? Or is it just as safe to really get into buying Bitcoin on your own?
Well, I want to say to start with that it is becoming safer to invest in Bitcoin, but it's still a very risky asset, and the stocks that invested it are still also very risky. You have to be very prepared for volatility, and you can see that in MicroStrategy's price and in Bitcoin's price. It'll make some pretty wicked moves higher, but it'll pull back just as quickly. Depending on which asset that you go for, that's really going to be an individual risk preference, whether you want to go into the stocks or into the coins themselves. But the big thing is just to be prepared for volatility. Long term, though, I think it is a good play. Cryptocurrencies is the future of finances, and eventually it will become a lot more mainstream than it is.
I know you mentioned it's getting safer, and I think investors are realizing that simply in the number of investors that are starting to move toward investing in crypto.
Right, I can't really speak towards a specific number of investors that are doing it, but there is some interesting data. The inflows into Bitcoin tracking ETFs jumped by 100% the week after the election, which I think is a pretty telling sign that retail investors are now interested in this market again, and their support is present in the market.
Well, thanks for breaking down what's going on in the crypto market. Again, it's something everyone is talking about right now, and I think we're going to be talking about this story for a long time to come. Thanks, Thomas, and thank you for joining us. As always, happy investing.